My name is Mary, and I was actually a camper here. In the cabin that was most recently taken down was my cabin, so I was here a long time ago. As a family, this has been a home away from home when we were growing up, a place that we could come and spend time together, be at camp, and we never had much money growing up, so this was an option for us, which was really helpful for my mom as well as for all of us to get to go to camp. When I was already in my 40s, I adopted my daughter, who's now 18, and she started coming to camp. We went to kinder camp at Shoshone and then here, and then she went through here for many, many years. With my oldest, when she was younger, I didn't have a job. I was a single parent unexpectedly, and so the first few years she came to camp, we did so on campership. It was the only way that I could really bring her, and I knew it was important for her to be here. When she was 8, her twin sisters were born, and following 16 months later, another one. So I have all 4 girls. So, that's 4 generations of family members coming to Lutherhaven. So I'm a middle school teacher, but I've taught in lots of different grades, and I actually recommend Lutherhaven all the time. Usually at spring conferences, I'll have kids that I think really need an experience away from home. They need to break away. They need to practice some leadership skills that they might have that are kind of latent. There are all kinds of reasons that I find, and I know that there are kids who can't afford to come. And I tell parents straight up, I would highly recommend Lutherhaven, because even if you can't afford to go, they will make room for your child. I've taken kids to camp before who haven't been in trees, right? I've taken kids to camp before who haven't seen the lake. And we think that those things are available to everybody, but they're just not available to everybody. And when a kid goes to camp, they get to see all these cool things. They might see a deer walk through camp, they get to see birds, but they get to experience things that are just not available to everybody. And because of camperships, it means that they can be available to everybody.
I usually go to the beach and pick out the things that I want to do, like basketball, drawing and stuff. My favorite activities here to do at camp is that we can go swimming in the lake. Sometimes it's cold, but if you stand there long enough, it gets warm. So I like the train post because they have these ice cream cookie sandwiches, and I like it at the end because this year at the end, I got a mint chocolate chip. It's so good.
So I should say that the 3 youngest are all were born drug addicted. The twins were born at 28 weeks gestation, so they all have complications in terms of social, behavioral, growing up kinds of things. There are other places where kids can go to camp and use a campership fund, but the benefit of Lutherhaven to me is Christian immersion. Because my children are special needs, getting them to Sunday school is a trick. It's not something that I've been able to really manage because their needs are really high. And that means one-on-one people and those kind of things. So we do a lot of stuff at home. And what I feel like they get at camp is from the minute they walk in, they get like a spiritual bath for a week. And every bit of their body becomes one with God through their counselors, through their friends, just through nature and being in the environment. And I can't give them that. I can give them as much as I can. My mom, who passed a few years ago, gave them as much as she could. But this is a different kind of environment where literally they are immersed, and they come home singing songs about Jesus and telling me about the stories that they learned, and talking about how God has impacted their lives.
Yeah, we got to learn about God at the big table.
It was God's work that I have these kids. I have no children of my own. I have been single my whole life. And I I don't think I'm always doing the best job, but I can tell you that it's the life that was given to me, and it was given to me by God, and I have to do everything I can to ensure that they know that God is in them and with them and through them and all parts of them. And camp is one way we do that, a really big way. And if they couldn't come, I think it would be really distressing. This year, for the three of them to come was over $1,000. And I was able to pay the deposit for each of us. I came and volunteered, but it's still, we wouldn't have come if it not been for camperships. The dollar that you give, whatever money you give, is a multi-fold because of the impact. It's not just this generation or this kid, but it's all the kids they touch when they leave here and when they come back the next year and they go back again. It's all of that is important, and it's what makes my kids able to function a lot better.
I just want to be a sheep.
Ba, 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 ba. I just want to be a sheep. Ba, 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 ba. And I pray the Lord my soul to keep. I just want to be a sheep. Ba, 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 ba.
And it goes on and on.
This is a faith-filled place that is safe and fun and loving, and they want to come every year. And sometimes I can't make that happen without help. What's the most special thing about it?
The beach.
The beach.
I was thinking because it tells us how to learn about God and Jesus. I'd have to agree with Kaya, and I'd also say the counselors and friends who made. And one last very important thing, the smell of nature.